It is about 5 a.m. in the morning. I am at the yard here for ADL. And guess who else is here? That's right. It's Baby Blue over there. And poor old Johnny Boy's sleeping in his truck. I'm actually supposed to wake him up. The boss told me to wake, to like scare him to death or something like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna wake him up. I gotta leave my paperwork someplace and stuff, so I gotta figure that out. I was just dropping off the mattress that I changed out in here and everything else. And I'm gonna teach you guys a little trick, a little prank to play on a fellow trucker. As you can see here, what I have is an empty antifreeze container. And see how it's like flat? I actually had it was about 3/4 full, and I had a windshield washer bottle that was like maybe 1/4 full. So I dumped that into my windshield washer tank, and I dumped the rest of this coolant into that wind washer tank. And watch what I do with this. Gotta be quiet. Well guys, I know you're asking, what's going on there? What's happening? That's a little prank you can play on a fellow trucker sometime. What you do is you take an empty, you want it to be kind of flat like an antifreeze type container, and you want to crank the lid down, you want it to be empty and crank it down real tight and everything so it's good and sealed up, and then you stick it in between your tire. Now I know John, and John's gonna wake up, he's gonna be all, ooh. I'm not sure, I think he still has to deliver that load. So he's probably gonna wake up and go, oh, and he's probably gonna sit here and he's gonna put it in gear. I don't know if he's gonna get out and really look. I don't know if he'll see it. I don't think so. And so he's gonna put that truck into gear, and when he takes off, it's gonna sound like a shotgun went off when he runs it off. I've had it happen to me. It's really loud. It goes off and it's like boom. It's like, whoa, somebody's shooting. It's pretty funny. So there you go. You guys can ask John if he got shot at in Frederick, Maryland on Saturday morning. I gotta get going. I gotta get to my next load. Hey guys, here we are. We are Saturday. It's actually 5 p.m. I ran into Moorefield this morning. Beautiful drive this morning. Ran in here. Awesome drive. Recorded the whole thing coming in. I was gonna put this together, this whole long video. I mean, just beautiful drive coming in here. I just formatted the SD card and erased the whole thing. Larry. So anyways, we just got done with our 10-hour break. We are loaded up. We're down here in Moorefield, West Virginia. We got to get ourselves a Shawno. We have ourselves 35,177 pounds of chicken. Let's get it on the road. I think what I'm gonna do here is go up here and do a Yui. They had some kind of little festival or something going on this morning. I don't know if it's still going on. Ugh. We'll see here. I think it's gone. Yep, it's gone. There's a sign right here. No trucks and no animals. That's funny. You truck drivers are like animals. So I don't know if you can see here. It's just a beautiful area. The mountains here and everything. It's just, oof. It's awesome. But it's a bit to get in here. And then the problem is, you gotta go right back out the same way just to get out of here. Oh, come on, cars. I tell you what, for being kind of in the middle of nowhere and not having, I can't go west from here. I know somebody's gonna come back. I live out there, and yes, you can. You can take, Pine Haven Road to 22, and I get all that. But my GPS, old Aaron here, guessing this is the way. I almost went through a red light. I wasn't dummy. I was focusing on something else, and I almost went through a red light. But I looked at my hashtag paper GPS. There just really isn't a good way for me to go. And old Aaron here basically just has me going right back to 81. Kind of. He kind of has me going back to 81, and then he has me jumping off and taking some little side road, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to run 81 back up to 70. I'm not going off on a little adventure because Aaron wants to. He doesn't get everything he wants every time. This load's a little heavy. I'm gonna need a scale. See if I can get, I don't think it's balanced quite right. Doesn't seem like it's riding very good. Which is a shame because I got a lot of climbing and stuff to do, so. And that really affects you on climbing if you're heavy in the tail or whatever. Light in the tail. When you're not balanced, that makes it hard to climb. Well, here we go. This is a this first section is basically just all 4-lane and just running out through here, and then we're gonna go onto the little road. You'll see it. I can see the 4-ways are already gonna have to go on. Alright, we'll see you guys in a bit. Well, as you can see, the climb is a little bit steep. There's gonna be 2 of these. We actually just had to downshift to 6th. Oh, the silly seat, I swear. It's a little metal, the little release for the seat so it slides up and down. It sits there and makes this little metal noise. Just does it every once in a while. Oh boy, we're up to 29 miles an hour, 1,500 Rs. And at this point, it don't even pay for me to shift. I'm actually just gonna let off the gas a little bit. I got such a steep grade here that if I shift into 7th, it's just gonna dog out. It's not gonna be enough. lines or whatever. There's 2 of them that came down into Moorefield, so. All I can say is my seat never made noise until John got in here, so I'm going to blame John over at JVG Travels. He broke my seat. Here's our poppin'. Here's a Scenic Overlook. I believe it's really not, it's a weird, I looked at it when I was coming up here. I thought about pulling in here and stuff. I can throw I got 1 battery left in my drone that's got like 50% power. But it's kind of a weird parking spot. It's like off in a little hill and it doesn't, you can't really see anything. If you actually walk across, that's where you can see. I'm trying to point my camera. You can kind of see the valley there that I think they're talking about. There we go. We got to get some speed here. Come on there, Big Blue. Stretch your legs. We got another hill to climb here. We're gonna ring her out. Shut up, seat. There we go. Like I said in the video this morning, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some electrical tape around where the metal on metal contact on that little latch is. And maybe that'll make that rattling stop. There, we just took our 9th gear. Go for 8. Just drop the full 45 miles an hour. Throw the old flashers on. Here we go. Kind of over revved that one a little bit. I was just speaking to JVG Travels, and he was like, he was like, oh, where are you and stuff, and he wanted to like talk camera equipment and all this other stuff. And I said, hey, this morning, were you scared when you took off? He's like, what? And I says, I know you woke up and had to run right away. I said, I had to run down the road, deliver that load. We're gonna have to take 7th here. Yep. There goes the years. And I said, I know you just had to run down the road there and stuff. I says, you woke up and had to run it in there. And I says, when you started pulling out, you didn't sound like somebody was shooting at you? John went, huh? I don't think so. I played that little prank on him. Wasn't thinking. If John don't put his hearing aids in, he can't hear nothing. So I don't even think you heard it. There we go. go. We crested it. Kind of. Almost. Getting there. You can do it. I was sitting crooked there or something, like I was falling out the seat. When John learned where I was, this time of day, it's beautiful, you know, sunny day. He's like, "Oh, there's those two bridges you gotta go across, those big long bridges." He goes, "Man," he goes, "you ought to stop there and throw the drone up and then have it follow you and then drive across the bridge." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be cool. But I got 930 miles to go here. It's time to go. Time to go." Plus, I only got 50% battery power, and it's a long ways down to the bottom of this river. So I don't know if I want to throw my drone out there and then jump in my truck and drive across and do all this and have 50% battery power and stuff. If something happens and it like runs out of power and it automatically lands or something down on the bottom there. Man, I'm not a mountain goat. I was speaking with Andy, a subscriber. He went to Covenant. He's been doing that with them, and he was teamed up with a lady, and they had to go out and drive for 4 weeks as a team. Now he's getting his own truck and all this other stuff. But he said that the first time his co-driver, they were out in the mountains, and he said he was back there sleeping, and she called him and said, Andy, and he came up there. He's like, "What?" He goes, "I smell something burning." And he said you can see smoke coming out the tires and stuff, and he's saying they were going down mountain grades, kind of like this stuff. And she was just pressing the brakes and holding the brakes the whole time. And he's like, "Haven't you trained on like going down, grades and stuff?" And so he kind of had to explain it to her because she was just holding the brakes, trying to hold the speed. You can't do that in a semi. You'll burn up your brakes. So what you need to do is, I have the Jake brake going right now, but I got some weight. It's a pretty good grade, so it's pushing me. Speed limit 65. Right now I'm hitting at 67. I was hitting a little higher back there. But what you want to do is okay, we're hitting 67. We're hitting 68. So we're gaining speed here. Go. Now we're doing 69. Usually I wouldn't do this because it kind of runs out right up ahead. But now, just to show you guys what I'll do, now what I'll do is I'll apply the brakes and I'll put some pretty good force on the brakes. I'm not going to slam on them, but I'm going to press down and I'm going to slow it down. There we go. I just slowed it down about 6-7 miles an hour, and you know, pretty good pressure. My little brake gauge and everything, I had it up to about 20. For that, for the applied pressure, it was about 20, and there we go. And that's all you do is you apply the brakes. It puts force on the brakes, and then when you release them, then they get a chance to cool. And then if you need to do it again, then you do it again. And that way they have time to cool in between, because if you just hold the brakes down, these are drums. They're big steel drums, and the brake pads go out into the drums, and it's a lot of heat to hold all this weight back. And builds up a lot of heat fast, and being enclosed in that drum like that, the heat doesn't have a place to escape. So you need to apply the brake, good pressure, slow her down 5-10 miles an hour, whatever matters on the grade, and then release them, roll, let the jake do its work, and then do it again. You kind of do that over and over as you go down the mountain grades. There's a big football field down there. Looks like a high school or something. Oh, this is where, what's the name of that team? West Virginia. That whole movie was made out of it. I'm terrible at remembering actors' names. The guy with the curly hair and has kind of a drawl, kind of, you know, kind of tall. He's the spokesperson for the Lincoln cars. And some kind of bourbon or something. But he was the coach on that movie when the whole football team, they was that here? Was that a different movie? Am I thinking something different? I don't know, but they crashed in a plane crash. Oh, come on, car. Why are you going slow? This is irritating. Cars do this. I couldn't go around him because I had a car coming up behind me. I don't want to impede on him. So that's trucks. So when we come up the hills like this, we're trying to get a little speed to get a little run at it. And then a car down there is doing 5 or 8 miles an hour under the speed limit. It's like, Arr. See, I got a downshift already. Cool to have the drone off there and then have me videoing me coming across it. Maybe John ought to do that. I see power lines that stretch across here. We know how John likes to hit the power lines. right in front of me, and then they're slowing down. So I'll pull over in this lane, and then they'll speed up. Usually how it works out. Distance now. You can see those bridges down there we're going to be going across. Mandatory truck stop. I got something in my throat. Itchy. Mandatory truck stop. Come on, people. At least go to speed limit so I can roll here. It's probably for brake checks, stuff like that. They want you to pull up, make sure your brakes aren't smoking, and they're not even doing 55 miles an hour. Washington National Forest. And I bet you're thinking, wow, it's really not that remote back there. It's a pretty big road. Boy, there's a house back there up on top of a mountain. Boy, that looks like a beautiful home. I don't know how in the world you would get to it, but this is a house that's like built right on a cliff up above there. I bet you that view is awesome. Alright. They want us to pull in here. And check your brakes. Try not to heat my brakes up, that's why I'm pumping them. Alright, I'll get out, just do a quick walk around, make sure no smoke is coming out. There we go. Did our little walk around inspection. Brakes are all good. Nothing smoking or nothing. Got a car coming up here. I'll move over for me. Alright, speed limit is 50 miles an hour. Reduced trucks reduced to 40. So we'll throw the flashers on. 20-mile curve. Bottom of the grade. I think we're gonna take try 8th. See where 8th puts us. Yeah, that's about where we want it. 8th gear at about 1400 Rs is going to be 36 miles an hour. So that's a decent amount of decent amount of engine RPM to let the Jake brake do its job and pull back on the truck. So now we're getting up to about 42. Just give it a little lighter brake, take it back down to about 37. Same thing, 42. Get down to 37. Got a quarter mile to this 20 mile an hour turn. Alright, here comes this 20 mile an hour turn, so I'm going to actually downshift. Gotta do that pretty quick. Let the Jake help me slow it down. Old Mr. Jake is saying, "Hey, you're making me work hard." Doing 25. There we go, nice and slowed down. There we go. That there is how you do a downgrade there, peoples. Well, my ears are pop, pop, pop. 1.8 miles. We got to turn left on West Virginia 259. Miles an hour. Take our 8th gear again. Wake up the neighborhood with the Jake brakes. The Jake is pretty quiet on this thing, but it does a good job though. Wardensville. Some people need to cut their grass there. Radar enforced. Let's see what Aaron has to say. Oh, I'm on the wrong station. My GPS actually tunes into my radio. It plays across my radio through that. There it goes. That little black antenna that sticks off of my GPS, that's an FM transmitter antenna. And it transmits to the antenna for the stereo of the truck, and that receives it. You tune it to a certain radio station that you preset, and you just turn on that radio station, and you get to hear Aaron. 0.3 miles.
Keep to the left on WV 259.
do is I'm gonna make it into short clips, so these aren't such long videos. But it's such pretty country. It's a beautiful day, so I'm gonna video this. But I don't want to have like an hour and a half video, so I'm making a short clip. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night. And if you're not, we certainly could try that again tomorrow. So I will catch you guys later. See ya.